people did you specifically request that she unfollows?
Honestly, originally it was everyone.
When you say everyone, what do you mean?
Like complete reset.
Of like everyone that she follows.
Yeah. Because we're in the social media game, so it was more so just to reset the algorithm.
Okay.
Kind of.
Who else specifically did you request? Like a specific, because you said specifically David for sure.
Yeah.
It seems like the bigger issue was with what Donnie said, but you don't mind her following that. But outside of me, anyone else specifically that you name by name?
Yes, 4 people.
Like who?
Trap.
Okay.
Woody. Trap. Woody is actually the first person that I'm sorry. Woody is the first person.
Still following Trap.
Yeah. Trap, Woody.
Who's Woody? Who's Woody?
Woody.
Who that? The actor?
Wire. Like dreads. Woody.
Woody. Oh, my D. Mighty Woodard.
Woodard.
Yeah, I call him Woody.
Okay, she's not following my D. Yeah. Okay. Who else?
And Trap was the second.
Or the third. And there was one more.
Oh gosh, this one's gonna sound terrible. Should I say it?
Yeah, we're here now. Who?
Is it safe space?
Oh, safe, bro.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're not live on Instagram. We normally are, but we're not.
Everyone's like, No, I don't think
Who is it? You said everybody else.
Yeah, I don't think I should say it. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you don't have to say the person, but why don't you think you should say it?
A potential deal kind of thing.
A potential deal?
Yeah.
Oh, a deal that they're working on or you're working on with that person?
Yeah.
You're working on with
the
that
latter.
person?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So specifically me, Trap, my D, you don't want her following us?
No, not at all.
But why? Okay, what is it about me? I don't know about them, but what is it about me that you don't want your girl to follow me?
Number one, because you make sense, but at the end of the day, no, I'm literally crazy. Telling you why. The opposite, right? Gotcha. But it's like to be able to think for yourself, right? We all have a purpose. I am super religious, if that makes sense. And we all have a purpose. For example, you're SDA.
I'm not.
You're not SDA anymore?
I've never been.
What day do you go to church?
On Saturday. But I'm not like Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay. So you go to church Saturday, but you're not Seventh-day Adventist?
No.
Okay. All right, cool. I grew up in an SDA kind of environment.
Make sure you hold the mic. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. It was almost like you have to do things a certain way.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
But I still don't understand. I'm saying there's a reason you're saying don't follow these people. Specific, and I don't want to get into why those other three, right? But you're saying the reason, one is because you make sense, and two, I go to church on Saturday. Those are the only two that I got so far. Why she does not need to follow me, specifically.
All right. For example, you pray every time at 9 a.m. Why?
In the Bible, they had like 2 prayer times. In the Old Testament, they will offer incense twice a day. And depending on the time of the year, it's either 9 and 2:30. 10 and 2:30 or 9 and 3. And in the New Testament, they just offer prayers at those times. So I pray those two.
Why did you choose 9 a.m.?
I didn't choose it. It's in the Bible.
I'm sorry. Specifically 9 a.m. to pray
it says,
in the Bible?
Yeah, it says 9 a.m. I'll show it to you. It's cool. Okay, but the reason, are you saying, and that's not even something that I talk about publicly, or I've never told her she used to pray twice a day or even go to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time.
Where is she at today? Can she? We're gonna.
She's not allowed.
I want to see her. Can she come to the studio?
No, she's not allowed. She can't follow me. This isn't. Here's the thing. You're not wrong.
I don't want to come off too.
Yeah, bro, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Because how you feel is how you feel, and I'm not offended. I don't want you to think that I'm offended at this situation at all. Okay. But I'm just trying to understand because I haven't gotten a logical reason outside of all the people, unless you think there's something that's going on with us or that we have some sort of history or she likes me in some way. And that's the only thing I can really think of.
All right, go ahead, Dar. I know it's a little longer. The other video not that long, but go ahead, Darwin. That was a little bit more context.
Yeah, it's obvious that he don't disagree. He don't agree with this dude. He just don't have the balls to articulate himself on his panel in front of him. There's a lot of men like that I've experienced in my life. They feel more comfortable talking shit about you or being open about how they feel about you when they're not around you. And I think all men on this panel can attest to that. It's just something I really can't explain. I'm not gonna say it's an alpha or beta, but it's something that got something to do with his maybe his ability to defend himself if things was to get rough or something like that. And he clearly sounds like the wimpy type. So, you know what I'm saying? He probably would run in the face of a confrontation or something like that. So I could see he was nervous. He was hesitant. His words were very unclear and short. And he wasn't giving any context behind it. He clearly don't want his girlfriend to follow or even be involved with any of the guys that he listed because he simply don't agree with them particularly. I wouldn't say he did agree with the message. It kind of makes me feel like that. He just don't want to be brutally honest. That's why he kept asking questions about what he believed in the Bible. He don't believe it. He just don't have the balls, the testicles to just say, hey, look, I don't agree with you. And I don't think it's manipulation. I think it's a thing of an indoctrination. What do you call it? Indoctrination. I wouldn't say it's manipulation. I would say, oh, he knows his woman, he knows his girl, and he knows she's easily influenced or impressioned by these type of people, these type of creators. So what do I do? What can I do? I can't compete with them. I can't articulate how I feel in my ideology and my principles myself. What can I do? I have to tell her to just refrain from listening to and following them all together. But I don't know his name, but I'll wear your balls for you. Pause. I'll grow some balls for you and say it for you. He couldn't stand up for himself, and it's clear as day. It's nothing about manipulation. I mean, if it's my girl or something like that, and I'm supposed to be able to be protector of her, protection is not only in the confines of providing the house or jumping in front of a bullet when somebody is also protecting what comes into her mind and what she sees as a reality or what she believes in as principle. So I ain't gonna be long with it. I just put it like that.
Just so you know, he did ask that question. I wish I could have played the whole entire video, but it was just too long to break down. So I tried to take some parts of it just so you guys can understand. But he was asked if he's ever gotten into a fight, and he said no because he don't know how to fight. He said he wouldn't win a fight. So I think he's spot on with that. Hold on, Marcus, before you go, let me let Mila go, and then we'll get to you. Go ahead.
I'm answering the question about manipulation or about the clip in general. Or
both. You can kind of mix it up. Both.
Well, looking at the clip, I wouldn't, based on everything I've heard, I wouldn't even look at this as manipulation. I wouldn't say this girl is trapped and get out. I wouldn't say that. From my perspective, it seems like the man do not like them people. And he just don't know how to say something they doing, whether it's their religious beliefs, how they talk, what they post, whatever. I don't know who these people are. He ain't fucking with it. And his girl is maybe reading it too deeply because people take social media so serious and it's really not that serious. And I honestly think, like, why are you bringing somebody on a panel to ask them why they unfollowed you? Like, who cares? Like, huh? And then he like, well, I'm not offended. You is offended, because if you wasn't offended, you wouldn't have brought these people up here asking them why you unfollow. Like, we is grown, and why is y'all going through looking to see who unfollowed you? That don't make no sense to me. I'm over here listening to this, and the whole thing don't make sense. Like, do y'all like each other? Cause do you like her? Like, what's going on here? That was just my perspective.
I can't believe it, Jesus.
It just didn't make sense to me. It's just none of this whole thing made sense to me, honestly, from a logical perspective. But as far as the whole manipulation thing, getting on that, I honestly, and I don't know, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but I honestly think people get manipulated when they don't love themselves. Like, when you don't know who you are and you're like dealing with low self-esteem, like, predators, they can spot that. They spot it. They see a weakling, and they take that and run with it. And I get, like, we all been in a situation where, somebody may get off on us one time, but for people who are constantly being manipulated, I just feel like there's some inner work that needs to be happening so that you're not constant, like, it's some low self-esteem, like, somewhere, some trauma, some low self-esteem, some inner child work that needed to probably happen so that you're not constantly taken advantage of. And if somebody takes advantage of you or says something at one time, believe them the first time. I don't understand, like, women who like be getting manipulated for years. That never has made sense to me. And I get love is all great, but I just don't feel like you should ever put yourself in a detriment for somebody else. Like, I'm really big on self-preservation, and maybe that's why I be single. I don't know. But I'm just never finna let nobody, like, treat me no way on the pretenses of love. I just love myself too much. And I think if both men and women learn to, like, love themselves more, I think that it wouldn't be so much discourse in these relationships, especially when it comes to manipulation or people taking advantage. Now, I do think, like, sometimes some people need to be positively manipulated to, like, be successful or to reach a certain goal, because some people lack that motivation or they lack that push. But if that's enhancing your life, cool. But whenever it's negative, like, why is it taking us years to identify this? You know what I'm saying? And if it is, I don't think that's even a reflection on the person that's manipulating. It's a reflection on you, because you're allowing yourself to be manipulated. Can't nobody manipulate somebody who is not allowing themselves to be manipulated.
So when you say women been manipulated for years, and then you also say you think it's a form of not having self-love, is it safe to say that what you're saying is, yeah, for years women haven't loved themselves?
Yeah, I'm saying that. Like, if you are a woman and let's say you was in a relationship for 5 years, and you saying, like, their relationship, you was being manipulated throughout that whole relationship, that's why you ended up staying with him, you done had a family, he been lying, selling you dreams or whatever, in those 5 years you did not love yourself. Because how did we get to this point? Like, that never has made sense to me. Or men that be like, oh, she manipulated me and now I done got her pregnant. How we get here? I just, that has never made sense to me. Maybe I don't have kids, I ain't been in no relationship, so maybe that's why it don't make sense to me, but it just ain't never made sense to me.
So till this day, you don't understand how a woman cannot show self-love?
No, I'm saying, like, I don't understand how you are in something for so long being manipulated. I can understand, like, that first time you get manipulated, he sold you some type of dream. You believed it. Why is we still believe in the dreams? They not coming to fruition. When we're believing stuff and people telling you stuff and it's not happening, and now you internalizing that. Now your self-worth steady going down. You thinking you not good enough. You thinking you not this. Like, I'm not understanding. I don't understand how that manifests. I don't understand how that happens over and over again. Like, my brain can't understand it. I don't get it.
Can I interject real quick? It's called Stockholm Syndrome. It's called when you are in an environment when where you have become accustomed to being abused. Just for example, on this panel, when we heard the clip, a lot of people were like, oh, well, he had every right to do that. And it was like, well, what right did he have to come into her life and try to control her social media? Is he married to her? Like, where is he going with this? And he wasn't even able to list where he was going with his control. And a lot of people was like, yeah, well, he vetted the wrong girl because he manipulated in the mind. Yeah, he read it the right girl because he wants to manipulate her. He wants a girl that he could say, "Hey, unfollow this person," and she'll do it without a reason. How about he didn't even give them no reason? I'm sure he probably didn't give her much of a good reason besides, "Oh, he's a different religion." We're all different religions. So in that case, she don't need to be following
Like
anybody.
that sound like she
I'm
was.
definitely mixed up
That
in
sounded like
a
she
lot
was
of
cooperating
religions.
without.
What'd you say, Darren?
The scenario that you just gave didn't sound like manipulation. It sounded like he asked her to do something, she did it. That's called.
And if she ain't
why?
gonna do it, she ain't have to do it.
Right,
So
but
what?
my thing is, what's manipulative is what was the reason behind it? Is he jealous? If he's jealous and insecure, that's a personal problem. You can't push your insecurities onto me because you think that this man is fine and you think that you're not good enough and you can't compete with this man. That's a personal problem. Like you said, he didn't have the balls. So why is he pushing that? That's manipulation 101.